Okay, we are in lesson 2, lesson 3, sorry, module 2, for the multi-step equations. Module 3, lesson 2, solving page 55. Now, we took one-step equations, right? Yes. One step can be addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Now we'll take more than one step. Can be 2 steps, can be 3 steps, and more, right? So I will start with two-step equations. What I mean by two-step equations? Two-step equations. Now, two-step equations can have in one step we done. In one step we can make plus, then done, subtract, then done, divide, then done, multiply, then done. It's one step. Two step we can use 2 steps from these 4 steps. Means we can use multiply, then add. We can use subtract, then divide, for example. Any 2 steps from the 4 steps, okay? But I need to make calibration, just give me a second. What? Oops. What? هذه check this one. ترى يعني الرجال على الاقل عم بيحاول، انتوا عم تضحكوا على ايش يعني؟ Okay, guys, we will back now to share our screen. But again, we are in lesson 3. Solving multi-step equations. Now, I was saying that we have one step. We did one step before. Now, 2 steps. In the 2-step equations, first do plus or. So first step in the 2-step equations, we need to do the addition to get rid of addition and subtraction. Second step, we need to do multiply or divide using the situation. For example, if I want to solve this equation, 2n plus 7 equals 11. Now, 2m plus 7 equals 11. This is, we call it 2-step equation. Here we have multiply, and here we have add. When I say solve, means at the end, I want the value of the variable. Okay? So here, the first step, I need to get rid of the addition or the subtraction. We have addition here. To get rid of addition, we do. So the first step, I will rewrite the equation 2n plus 7 equals 11, and I want to get rid of the addition, right? We call it shifting. Now this plus 7 with negative 7 are done. Still, 2n equals 11 minus 7 is 4. Now second step up, I wrote for you, do multiply or divide. So here I have multiply, I need to do divide to get rid of the 2, right? So here I will divide both sides by 2. Still n equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. This we call the solution of the equation. Now to check our answer, we take this 2 and go back to our equation, replace n by 2. 2 multiply 2 is 4, plus 7 is 11. This is what we call it 2-step equation. By 2 steps, we are done with this one. So I'll start with example 1. Example 1, we are on page 85. Example 1, we are on page 85. We have part 8. The question said solve 2a minus 6 equals 4. This is 2-step equations. Now, if I go back, first do addition or, get rid of addition or subtraction. So here, I have subtraction. I need to get rid of this subtraction. I will add 6 into both sides. So I'll rewrite the equation and add 6 into both sides. So this is equal to 2a minus 6 equals 4. I will add 6 into both sides. Now minus 6 with plus 6 are done. So 2a equals 10. Now I have multiply here. I will divide the second step. Do not divide, then add or subtract. No. We add or subtract, then we divide or multiply. So here I will divide by 2, I will divide by 2. So a equals 5. This is the solution of the equation. So to check our answer, we go here, replace a by 5. 2 times 5, 6 minus 6, 10 minus 6 is 4. This is part A. Part B, on the next page, part B, in the next page, part B, we have this equation. N plus 1 over negative 2 equals 15. Now here we have a fraction and down we have a number. means n plus 1 divided by negative 2. I can get rid of this negative 2 by multiplying both sides by negative 2. So first step, I need to prepare the equation. Let's get rid of this negative 2. How? By multiplying both sides, n plus 1 over negative 2 equals 15. I multiply both sides by what? By negative 2. These two negative 2's are gone. Still up here, n plus 1 equals 15 times negative 2 is, now this is one step equation. Get rid of the plus 1 by subtracting 1. So here minus 1 minus 1, n will be negative 30. This is how we deal with. Now we have check. We have two parts in the check. But before we go to the check, if you have any questions about these examples, just tell me. Yeah. This is, it's not exactly like this. This is direct two-step equations. Ready? Get rid of the subtraction, then divide. But here I have a fraction. It has many ways, but it's easier for us to get rid of this fraction. How? By multiplying both sides of negative 2. If we have division and we need to get rid of it, we multiply, share. So here I prepared it first. And I get rid of this negative 2. Then it will be n plus 1 equal negative 30. It's one step equation. Got it? Depends on the situation. But something like this one here, look at this. 2a minus 6 and here 2m plus, ready. This is two-step equations, ready. Do plus or minus, then do the multiplication or the division, depends on what we have, okay? Else? Yes. ما نفس اللي حكاه. ما أنا حكيت هذه direct two-step equations. هذه not ready. It has a fraction. How we solve it? Let's prepare it. How prepare it to be one step or two step, whatever. Yani for example, look here. Take this example. Example. 2k plus 7 over 4 equals 19. And max over 4 will be 2k plus 7 equals 19. Two-step equation. Take that, take 7, then divide with 2, right? But here I have over 4. I need to get rid of over 4 by multiplying both sides. Multiplying both sides by what? By 4. Now later on, by multiplying both sides by 4, this 4 is done. Still 2k plus 7 equals 19 by 4. How much? 19 by 4, 6, 3, 7, right? Is 76. Now, is it ready to step equation? Yes, get rid of the plus. Now we do the two steps. What are they? Do the addition or the subtraction, then we do the multiplication. Now we do it. Okay? But here I was what? Preparing it, right? So here minus 7 both sides. This done, still 2k equal 60. Divide in 2, then you find your k. But we have another idea. We call it a cross product. Cross product. Let's do it. Yani for example, this one here. See it? Here. I will do it by another way. We call it cross product. Let's do it. Part B, it was what? N plus 1 over what here? Negative 2 equals. Now we have another idea. We can multiply by 2 both sides or do something we call cross product. So here I will rewrite it. over -2 equal 15 over 1. Cross product means you multiply n plus 1 by 1 and you multiply -2 by 15. This is what we call a cross product. Now n plus 1 multiply 1 stays the same. Equal -2 multiply 15, which is the same of what we did there, right? Here. N plus 1 equal -30, right? And here also. Here, n plus 1 equals -30. It's the same. The second one, which I gave for you also here, you can put 19 over 1 and multiply cross product. You will have this one. It is the same. Got it? That's all. Now we have checked. After this example, solve 3m plus 4 equal -11. Solve 8 equal x minus 5 over 7. Let's do them together. Use your copy box, please. We are on check. Page 86. It is under or before example 2. Solve the first part. Solve 3n minus or plus 4 equals -11. Okay, this is ready. It is two-step ready, right? Two-step equations. We will apply the two steps directly. No cross product, no multiply detail, right? So here what I will do, I will rewrite the equation. Get rid of what? Of a plus 4 by subtracting 4 in both sides. So here I will rewrite it. 3n plus 4 equals -11, and I will subtract 4 from both sides. Plus 4 with -4, 0. So still what here? -11, -4, -15. Right? Now I will divide both sides by what? To make them alone, right? So here I will divide by 3 in both sides. So m will be -5. Don't forget different signs in division gives negative answer. This is the first part. Second part, we have 8 equal x minus 5 over 7. We have solved 8 equal what? X minus 5 over 7. X minus 5 over 7. As I told you, we have two ways. You can put the 8 over 1, make a cross product, or you can get rid of this 7 by multiplying both sides by what? It's up to you. Go to grade 6 and learn how to deal with integers. Now 8 equals x minus 5 over 7, right? What do you want? Cross product or multiply with 7? Yeah, multiply with 7. This is equal 8 equals x minus 5 over 7. Multiply both sides by 7. These 7s are gone. Still x minus 5 here equals 8 by 7, 50. It is one step equation now. Get rid of -5 by adding 5 in both sides. X will be 61. So x equals 61. Now let's check our answer here. 61 in place of x, right? -5 divided by 7 is 8. Done? This is also two-step equation, but in different type. Yeah. Here, this is the first step, and here the second step, right? Here, this is the first step, and the dividend is the second step. So it depends on the type of the equation which you have. Done. Done. Copy these two exercises, please. Let's read example 2. Read it, Khalid. Best 2/5 of the cost, right? Practice. Of here means what? When I say 2/5 means what? It's multiplied. So the question said 2/5 of the money. Share of the money needs or to cover the cost. So it is 2/5 of the cost means 2/5 multiply the cost. So continue. Additional 150 means plus 150, right? Continue. Best. So the full budget is how much? 630. So here, let's write our equation. Let's see, this is example 2. Let's see the what? The cost. They said for us 2/5 of the cost, which is what? Multiply the root of it in equation, right? 2/5 of the cost and additional how much? 150 plus 150 equal the full budget, which is 630. Right? This is two-step equation. Let's do it. Now first, have you ready? First, get rid of what? We subtract 150 both sides. Then we divide on this fraction. Sure? So here this is equal, or let's solve it. 2/5 C plus 150 equals 630. I'll subtract 150 first. 2/5 C equals 400. Are you sure? Yeah. 408. Now here I have two ways. But I can multiply by 5 both sides to get rid of this side. Or I can divide both sides on 2/5. But let's multiply by 5. Let's put the fraction out to take these. So here I have 2/5 C equals 480. I'll multiply both sides by to get rid of this 5. Still what out? Equal 480 multiply 480 by 5. Huh? 2C equals 2,000? Are you sure? Yes. Now I'll divide by 2. I'll divide by 2. C equals 1,200. This is the cost which they need. Okay. Done. If you see they made a table in your book, in 87 at the top up, they make a table. In words, they wrote 2/5 of the cost. عبي التابل عندك إذا مش معبي. Plus 150 is 630. So they are translating the equation only. Is it filled in your book? No. Variable. And the variable, what is the variable? اللي هو هذا. Let's see be what? The cost. يعني write it in the table. Let's see be the cost in the variable. In the equation, what we have? 2/5 C اللي بعده plus 150 اللي بعده equal يعني just divide the equation only. طيب let's do the check together. read يا خالد. بس 2/3 of its basketballs, right? Means we have 2/3 multiply the number of the basketballs this shop has, right? But 8 is what? Return. أيوة. Now the store has. Good. Good. So 2/3 multiply the number of the basketballs. sold sold شو يعني؟ هو باعها مخلص. Good. باعها مخلص. But there is 8 returned يعني رجعوا ال 8. Plus 8 or minus 8? Minus 8. So they sold 2/3 B, let's say, because down we have B, right? 2/3 B minus 8. And now still how much? 38 left in the shop, right? So let's do it together. We are on the check, huh? So let's be what? Number of the basketballs. Let B be the number of the basketballs. 2/3 of its basketballs. كل باعهم ورجعوا 8. How many were there originally? Not left. Originally, huh? Not left originally. So now we know that we have 38, check, and 2/3 B. هو ده minus it, right? Which one? B. Part B. Now solve it. Let's solve it. How we solve it? Get rid of -8. So here 2/3 B minus 8 equals 38 plus 8 plus 8. These are done. Still what here? 2/3 B equals 46. Multiply by 3 now. 2B equals 138. Subtract 2. Sorry, divide by 2 equals 60. So أصلا هو قديش كان في المحل؟ 69 balls. B. 2/3 B minus 8 equals 38. But the answer beside it, how much? 69. This is the value of the B. They gave you the equation and the answer. You need to choose. Yes. Divide in 2, both sides. You have 2B, right? مظبوط هيك؟ This is part B. 69 مين معاه calculator؟ اللي بالله 69 divided by 3 how much؟ 23 times 2 46 minus 8 38 yes. Right. Let's do example 3, but here we have different idea a little bit. We have different idea. Page 87. Solve, read the equation. Solve ax plus 7 equal 5. جنبها حط لك 4x. And they said assume that a is not 0 because if a is 0, then no term for x. Okay? But 4x, what's the meaning of 4x, guys?
4 times x.
Give me 4, F-O-R, not the number. 4x, when we solve the equation 4x means at the end, x will be equal. Got it? So we are solving to make x alone. To make x alone. So here, first I will get rid of plus 7, then I will divide by 8. Check? Yeah. So here I will rewrite the equation ax plus 7 equals 5 minus 7. Still ax equals negative 2. Now solve for x, I need to make x to be alone. بحالة x equal. So I'll get rid of a by dividing by a. So x equals what? Negative a over 3. X equals negative 2 over. This is what we call it solve it for x. But always for x now depends on the question. The question قال لك solve the following equation for y. بدك تعمل steps بتخلي الواي ايش؟ الون بحال y equal. اوكي؟ شو يعني solve this equation for x؟ يعني we'll make x alone. حلها ل x exactly. How? We'll do the steps. We have plus 7 and a. Same steps. To get x alone. This is how we solve it for x. It's not a number يعني. Now if a is given, then x will be calculated. If a is 8, then x equal negative 2 over 8 and go on. Done? ايش مالك؟ عندك ويك بلان؟ Thank you. Yes. Example what? This example 1, right? هذا from me. This is the check. Here, let's see the cost, right? احكي بصير ما انا حكيت. We said we have 2 ways, right? 2 ways. You can divide directly by 2 over 5, both sides. But I don't like fraction over fraction too long. So that's why I get rid of the 5 and I divide by 2 only. But from here, you can divide both sides. 2 fraction division عادي. تطلع نفس الانسر. Done. مين معاه ويك بلان؟ هات شوف رسمه. مش هي مش مشكلتي والله، مش انا اللي بعملها، انا بس بعطيهم شغل هم بيشتغلوا. طيب I will select for you some homework, not all of it, but tomorrow we'll finish and do more. Select with me. We are on page 89. Your homework. Page 89. Now from 1 to 12, we did the ID. From 1 to 12, we did the idea. So do from 1 to 12.
Really?
13 and 16.
15 and 16?
Yes. This is your homework from 1 to 12, 13 and 15. Now tomorrow, we will do more about solving for a variable and we'll do the second part. طب